How do I update the firmware on a wireless sensor or the smart card using PASCO Capstone software? First, connect your sensor or smart card to the software. I'll go into Hardware Setup, identify the sensor whose firmware I'd like to update, and connect to it. Capstone will automatically check to see if it has newer firmware than the sensor and offer to upgrade the firmware if it does. So you could hit yes here, or if you have a sensor already connected to Capstone, you can go to that sensor's settings with this gear icon. You can see the current version of firmware, and if Capstone has a newer version of firmware, you'll see a button offering a firmware update. So I'm going to update the firmware of this wireless temperature sensor by pressing Firmware Update. And Capstone will begin to send the new firmware to the sensor. Note that this may take a while, so if you're using a sensor that has a USB connection, your connection speed will be faster and the firmware update will be faster if you use the USB port instead of wireless, although you can always use wireless.